What's up? It's your boy Jay Cobb, guys, and welcome to Guess What? We're on day 3 of 5 on the road to success. And yeah, guys, halfway there, right? And first of all, before I even dive into all the things I need to get set up, I want to thank you guys for actually rocking with me. And I hope you guys are getting a ton of value. And the feedback that I've been getting is absolutely phenomenal. So let me do things on my end. All right. So as I share this thing out, on my other page, you guys do the same thing. If you guys have been rocking with me, if you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to share this out, invite a few people. All right. Be sure to also, man, as people are chiming in, be sure to say what's up, say good morning, say good evening. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I love to know where you guys are actually chiming in from. All right. So let me get this on the way. All right. Got that out. Cool. All right. So what is up? What is up? All right. So here's the deal, guys. We are on day 3 of 5 on the road to success in 5 days. And whether you know it or not, we are halfway there. And here's what I love about this. For the people that has been rocking with me for these 3 days thus far, it says a lot about you. Okay. It lets me know that you guys are really serious about trying to attempt to make a difference in your life as well as others' life basically in the next 5 days by implementing these strategies, these hacks for life and business, okay? And for those that are just tuning in for the very first time, may not have a clue who I am, my name is Jermaine Cobbins. I go by the name Jay Cobb. I'm an online and network marketer. I'm a business coach. I specialize in helping home-based entrepreneurs and small business owners to build and scale their business using the power of social media, okay? So let me go ahead and put a link in the description. I'm sorry, in the comment section for those that are. All right, so I just uploaded a link in the comment section here on Facebook. So for those that want to connect with me after this video or anytime in the future, there's a link for you guys to reach out to me personally. If you're watching this on YouTube, there'll be a link in the description to reach out to me. And for people over on Instagram, guys, be sure to click the link in the bio and click the free 15-minute discovery call to connect with your boy, Jay Cobb, all right? So what's up? Y'all ready to rock? Y'all ready to rock and roll, man? And if you guys can see me okay, hear me okay, be sure to let some emojis fly, all right? And as always, guys, be sure to engage, man, all right? Just think of it as the energy and the engagement you put into it, guys, is what you're going to get out of it, all right? So let me know if something is resonating with you. Let me know if something makes you go, aha, you like that. You can just let some emojis fly. You could just, put some emojis in the comments, whatever the case may be. Whatever your thing is, do that, all right? So we are on day 3 of 5, and we're about to rock this thing, guys. Let me get over here to my notes. Let me get to my notes. All right. So for the first 2 days, day 1 and 2, we went over qualities, went over 10 qualities. I did 5 qualities on day 1 and did 5 qualities on day 2. All right. So now we're into habits. All right. So for today and tomorrow, day 3 and 4, we're going to be discussing habits. All right. So by show of hands, as people are chiming in, let me know, have you guys heard that saying, it's what it says, hard to teach a old dog new tricks. How many of you guys have heard that saying? It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. And you know how I am, guys. If you've been following along for the past couple of days, then you know it's complete bullshit. All right. It's hard to teach any dog any tricks if that dog doesn't want to learn. Okay. So just kind of get that out of your mind that, I'm saying that for the fact that it don't matter what your age is, it don't matter how many things you have done incorrectly, you still can make a difference in your life. You still can change your business. It doesn't really matter, okay? So for my coffee drinkers, guys, be sure to put the coffee emojis in the comments. Let me know if you guys are avid coffee drinkers, all right? And we're about to get this show on the road, all right? So for someone that's watching, if you would be so kind, as I call out these hacks, be sure to type them in the comments below. All right, that really helps me out as well as the people that's actually going to be watching the replay. Okay, so I would greatly appreciate that. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into these habits, guys. All right, so of course we're on number 11. All right, over the next 5 days, guys, like I said, I'll be sharing 30 things that will help you to become successful in life as well as in business. Okay, so we're on number 11. All right, so here we go. Y'all ready to rock? Let me know if you guys are ready to rock this thing out. All right, so here we go. Number 11. Okay, number 11 is talking to yourself. Right? It states if you're lacking the opportunity to talk to someone and share your thoughts or worries, talk to yourself. It can help you deal with stressful experiences just as well as use your own name and pronounce you. All right. So the idea, guys, is this: when he talks about talking to yourself. Okay. Now, when you are now, this doesn't mean that you're just walking around and just mumbling, right? Like like someone that's a little cuckoo, right? But what they mean by talking to yourself, guys, is that whether you notice or not, subconsciously, you are thinking certain things all day, okay? And it's a never-ending thing. Now, you're not conscious of these subconscious thoughts, but subconsciously, you're always thinking of things, right? And they talk about how if you're lacking the opportunity to talk to someone and share your thoughts or worries, talk to yourself. And here's the easier way to put this, guys. Understand that when it comes to talking to yourself, it's basically it coincides with the words that you're using about yourself. All right. And my first tip on this, guys, is if you wouldn't let someone else say it about you, don't you say it about yourself. Okay. And what does that mean? You wouldn't allow someone to tell you that you couldn't achieve anything. You wouldn't allow someone to tell you what's possible. You wouldn't allow someone to tell you what's real or not, right? If you have a certain religion, you're not going to let somebody come into your life or into your world and just tell you, okay, that's not real, regardless of what you believe or been believing for so long, right? So the idea is that when you talk to yourself, you want to make sure that if you wouldn't let someone else say certain things about you, then don't you say certain things about yourself. Okay, I'm not fast enough. I'm not smart enough. I can't do it, right? It's not for me. I wouldn't be good at that. Whatever the case may be. So don't talk to yourself negatively. It also states that it can help you deal with stressful experiences just as well. Okay, guys, we're all dealing with something, right? We're all going through things. Okay, some are worse than others, but everyone has problems. Everyone has something in their life that they would like to remove. But the beautiful thing about life is that whatever you're going through, you can actually find gratitude in whatever you're going through. That will really help to kind of ease that pain. Okay. So when it comes to talking to yourself, something that you can do or stop doing per se, we're talking about habits, is stop running to social media with your problems. Okay. When something is not going right, something is not going your way, stop running to social media. Okay, stop blasting everything that's going wrong, in your life when you're feeling a certain type of way, because what you're doing, you're only bringing more people to your problem. You're only stirring, in this nest, right? So, excuse me, guys. So the idea, guys, is that you want to get in a place where you're not conditioning yourself that when you're not feeling your best, that you're running to social media and you are blasting your emotions all over the place. Okay, because truth be told, don't nobody really care. So this is just one of the habits that you need to get away from, guys, is controlling your emotions. All right, talking to yourself. All right, so moving on, number 12. Number 12, guys, is meditating. Okay, it states that this practice brings nothing but benefits. Make short meditation sessions a part of your everyday life, even just for the sake of sitting in silence for a couple of minutes and getting your thoughts in order. Meditation has really played a huge part in my life. And by show of hands, raise your hand if you guys meditate, okay? And I know a lot of people that say, well, I don't like to meditate because I fall asleep, or meditating is boring, right? Or where do I start with meditation? Like, what is it supposed to, be like? Some people say, they have images. Some people say, you know, it's just a bliss state. You know, how do I meditate per se? So the idea, guys, is that it's whatever works for you. Okay, there are different levels of meditation. Okay, most of the people that's probably watching this are probably beginners or intermediate, right? But most of the people that's watching are beginners. So if you're not meditating, guys, you know, you're missing out on so much potential, so much creativity, and you're letting a lot of your energy, your focus, these things just kind of, you know, vanish into thin air. So I want to share two things within meditating, guys, that will help you to really begin the process of meditation. Even if you don't really understand what it's doing, just know that, like they say, you know, even just for the sake of sitting in silence for a couple of minutes and getting your thoughts in order is so worth it, right? It's beneficial, right? So the first thing you want to do, guys, is start implementing 15 to 20 minutes in silence at least 3 to 5 times per day. Okay, 15 to 20 minutes in silence. All right. Now, what do I mean by in silence, guys? You don't have to lock yourself in a closet. Okay, you can do this in the car. You know, a lot of people have full-time jobs, and they say, "Well, Jermaine, I can't get, you know, that much time in, you know, silence because I have a job." Well, here's the thing, which we'll get into routine in a minute, but here's the thing: when it comes to meditating, guys, I just say 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, you'll be amazed what 10 minutes will do, but I just found the sweet spot is about 15 to 20 minutes. You can actually get to work 20 minutes earlier, right, and have your meditation session. Your meditation session does not consist of getting on social media, right? Your meditation session does not consist of, you know, calling your spouse or calling your kids or, you know, just being on the phone, right? Meditation, guys, is basically when you are in silence, when you don't, you know, you turn the radio off, put the phone down, and you just let your mind do what it naturally does. Okay, your mind is designed to rejuvenate itself, right? It's designed to basically make its own juices per se. But when you are altered by life and chaos and noise, guys, you're not letting your brain do the things it needs to do. Okay, and that's where you get these bullshit ass thoughts from, right? So you can start off by doing this before going to work. If you get a lunch break, if you can get a chance to isolate yourself in your vehicle or whatever the case, away from everybody under a tree, take that 10, 15 minutes, you know, after you finish eating. And as well as before you go home, I know when you get off work, most people are racing to get in traffic to get home. You never know what just sitting in your car and letting your body just idle down 10 to 15 minutes before going home. And of course, you can fit this in when you get home, but just on a regular work day, you have gotten 3 10 to 15-minute meditation sessions in just sitting in silence. Okay, if you can, what works best for me is sitting down or laying down. Okay, sitting or laying, guys, really helps me. Okay, I'm not saying you cannot meditate standing, but the more lax you can be, the more your brain can do what it naturally do, because it takes brain power to stand up. So if you are in a relaxed state, that helps. Another thing you could do is cover your eyes, if possible. Okay, you know, you don't have to have you know, the little blinders or anything like that, guys. I have laid across my bed and just threw a sock over my eyes, right? And you'll be amazed. Just set a timer for 20 minutes. You'll be amazed how much more rejuvenated you will feel after those 20 minutes of just peace, right? Just turning the TV off, turning your phone on silent, and just really taking that time for yourself, guys. I promise you, you're not going to miss anything. All right. So number 13, guys, and this is a really good one. So I really want you guys to pay attention on this one. Okay. And if you guys are getting value, be sure to let me know. Okay. So here we go. Number 13, guys, is keeping a journal. All right. Keeping a journal. And it states that this is going to be a place where you write down all your thoughts and emotions. This journal will act as a means of getting rid of negative emotions and stress. Too much negativity and you won't be able to go on. So make sure to leave it behind. right? Keeping a journal. Now, I know when you hear the word journal, you're like, man, I'm not about to, do no journal. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown woman, right? Well, here's why I brought this, okay? This is my journal, guys. And I'm going to share something with you out of this in just a second. But let me go over my notes, okay? Keeping a journal, guys, it states that this is where you write down all your thoughts and emotions, okay? So many times we come to social media to post our thoughts and our emotions and what we're going through. Yet it's so much better to be able to write these things down in some type of journal, okay? Some type of notebook, something, right? Yet I just know we're in this new age where everybody runs to social media on how they feel, and we are connected to everyone, but yet we're disconnected from ourselves, right? So the idea is conditioning yourself to not only just write your emotions, because we have so many emotions per day, per week, but write down where you at, guys, right? Write down what you're going through. Write down your current credit score. Write down some of your goals, right? Just write down these things and date it, guys, because dating it has so much power, because 6 months from now, or a year from now, or 2 years from now, you're able to look back and you're able to see what you was going through, and you were like, man, if I can make it through this, I can make it through anything. And that's what it says. It said this journal will act as a means of getting rid of negative emotion and stress. A lot of times we forget what we come from. We forget the blessing that has been bestowed upon us. We forget these things. So when you have this journal, guys, you have something that you can always refer back to in your worst moments. A lot of times you may not have that friend to call. You may not have that significant other. If for those that have a really close relationship with their parents, and let's say your parents died a year ago, that may be a broken link. So you're able to write these things down in a journal, guys, and later refer back to them, for inspiration and positivity, right? And it states that you won't be able to go on basically without having something that you can refer back to, okay? This does not mean that you live in the past, all right? Your desires and your current situations, guys. It could be, like I say, that your debt. It could be relationships. It can be, certain jobs, right? Write these things down. And the reason why I shared this, the reason why I brought this out, guys, because this is my personal journal. And I actually started this thing. This thing was dated back of November of 2008, right? So what is that? Almost 11 years. So almost 11 years, guys, with this actual journal. But at the time when I first started writing, I was just writing down thoughts. But I would write my thoughts down in the form of poems, right? So I do a little poetry, and it was just my vent. It was my outlet, right? But through all that, guys, I have some of my debt, which you guys probably can't see. But all this is debt and stuff that I was in, guys. Some of the things that I wanted to achieve, business ideas, and what's the most important to me is what I have in the back. And basically, this is my story, guys, of when I was in debt, didn't have any money, my credit was jacked up, and I was looking to purchase a home, guys. I had been renting for like 10 years. I had just recently got married, and I was tired of paying rent. So I had moved out of my home, and I moved back in my mom's crib. And think about it, guys, as a newlywed, had a father. Had a son. So I'm a father, and then hardly no money, no credit, and then I'm in my mom's. I'm in my bedroom, my mom's house, right? So just think about that, man. So it was a low moment for me, but yet I wrote things out. I wrote out my desires. I wrote out, okay, how am I gonna get out of this? And I executed a plan, guys. And that part I just showed you guys, that was my ticket. And I basically wrote out who I was, right? And I presented it, guys. And actually, it's a whole nother story, but I presented that, and someone gave me a shot. That's how I was able to purchase this home that I'm actually doing this video in, which I've been a homeowner now about 6 years, guys. But it wasn't always this, right? So keeping a journal, guys, is very important. Okay. Number 14. And let me know if you guys are digging this, man. Let me know. Let me know. All right. So number 14, developing morning routines. Man, like, I cannot stress how important this is of having a morning routine. And not having a morning routine is a routine in itself. Okay, so we are so used to or conditioned to waking up, you know, getting ourselves ready, getting the kids ready, you know, out the door and out, you know, to our day. But that's not a good routine. Okay, and I'm not saying it's not good to get your kids ready. I'm not saying that it's not good to, you know, have a job. I'm not saying that, you know, because you're a single parent where, you know, it should be easy. No, I'm not saying that. But a morning routine, guys, is basically something that you do every single day that benefits you first. Okay, waking up, getting prepared for work does not benefit you first. Okay, so having that routine of whatever it may be is very beneficial. All right, so for those that don't have an idea what I'm talking about, here are a few things that you can consider, or maybe you're doing that will help you to kind of get started with a morning routine. Okay, don't use your social media apps for the first hour. Okay, we are so prone to waking up, cutting off the alarm. Even if we're going to lay there for a few minutes, what we end up doing is we end up grabbing our phone, getting on social media before we even get up. We're getting on the phone before we even give thanks for a new day, right? We just conditioned to doing this, guys. But you're giving up your sovereignty, right? And this is not a good practice, not a good ritual or routine, right? Another thing, guys, is putting your phone down 30 minutes before bed. Okay. Now, this is not saying 30 minutes after you get into bed. Okay. This is 30 minutes before you go to bed. And here's why I say that. A lot of time people they struggle with falling asleep. Okay. And they don't know why. And most of the time when you get in your bed, you're going through your news feed and you're taking in all this information. Even when you scroll, guys, your brain is having to process basically what to stop at and what's junk and what's funny and whatever. So when you're doing that before bed, it takes a while for your brain to dial down, right? Before you can go off to sleep. If you think about it, when you do this, when your brain does kind of dial down, you start having thoughts. And you're like, you know, you start thinking about what you're going to eat tomorrow, what you ate today, like just random thoughts, right? And then it's hard, like 2-3 hours, you're up. So that's not really good practice. So what you want to do, guys, is 30 minutes before getting into bed, just set your phone down, right? For those that like to get into bed and use their phone, like if you don't have someone to talk to or whatever before going out to sleep, make sure you watch something that's educational or funny, right? If you just have to just lay in your bed and get on your phone, try to just scroll social media, right? Go to YouTube or go, you know, Instagram, IGTV or somewhere, and try to find something either funny or educational, guys. And this just helps your brain, okay? Because it's easier to digest something that's educational or something that's funny going off to sleep opposed to just a whole bunch of things just firing off your receptors, right? So that's another thing. And then keep in mind, guys, your routine, it definitely has to deal with your diet. It has to deal with the music that you listen to. It has to have some kind of affirmation, right? You know, I have things before my feet hit the ground. I have things that I say, guys, you know, basically giving thanks, and then I have my affirmations. And I do those things first. I drink my water, right? Depending on whether I'm going to the gym that morning, but if not, I'm having my breakfast. My breakfast is pretty much the same. I'm taking my vitamins. I'm taking a walk if the weather permits. And my routine is very solid, right? I'm getting my personal development in, whether it's video, audio, whether it's a book, whatever the case may be. So my routine, guys, every single day, it starts for me. Okay, and this is not being selfish, but if I cannot be my best self, then I cannot help anyone else. That's how I feel. So as long as I'm doing the things that help me to improve and feel better and start my day on the right path, then I feel like I'm going to be, it's going to be a good day, and then I can be more of an asset to other people. All right. And closing, number 15, exercising. All right. It states that this is probably not the first time you're hearing this advice. And the reason that everyone is talking about it is that it actually works. Your body has to work as much as your brain in order to avoid imbalance, okay? And that's a really great definition for exercising, okay? it doesn't say anything that you got to go lift the heaviest weights. You got to go run the fastest. You got to, you know, eat food or eat rabbit food or whatever. But it's just saying that your body has to work as much as your brain. And we put our brain through a lot, guys. So we got to make sure our bodies are in tip-top shape. And this doesn't mean that you got to be six-pack, right? You don't got to be lean, right? You just got to be your best self, right? Have some type of flexibility, right? So the idea, guys, is that, you know, when it comes to exercising, it don't mean you have to go join a gym, okay? The idea is a couple of things you can do, guys, is I like to call it stop sign to stop sign, okay? Most people live on a block, okay? If you live in an apartment complex, you can do this in an apartment complex, okay? But stop sign to stop sign is a good start to just start walking, okay? You can walk, you know, a couple of laps. You know what I mean? If you have a complex or a subdivision where you can walk in a circle, the idea of doing this, guys, is that you want to just condition yourself, right? You may just walk one lap, right? Do one lap for a week, right? The idea is you want to improve everything that you're doing, any type of activity. Another thing you can do is jumping jacks with a minimum of 100. This doesn't mean start today and just kill yourself trying to do 100 jumping jacks at one time. Break that down, right? You may can get 5 sets of 20. You may can get 10 sets of 10, right? Keep your rest between 60 to 90 seconds. And the idea is you want to push yourself. Even if you only get 60 of them on your first one, it doesn't matter. The goal is 100, right? Timed activities. Just like I stated with jumping jacks or stop sign to stop sign, start timing your activities, okay? What this shows is improvement. Speaking of that, guys, I implemented a 2-mile run into my workout routine a few weeks ago. I downloaded the Nike app, and this thing has been absolutely amazing, guys. And, you know, my metabolism is pretty fast. So I don't really do a lot of long distance running like I used to do, because I try to maintain as much of my body weight and my muscle mass as possible. So by implementing this 2-mile run, I do this maybe once or twice a week. But the thing is that when I first started, guys, I had a certain time that I've done it in. Well, each time I've done it, I've improved my time. Now, this does not mean every time I run 2 miles, I'm looking to improve my time. But those times that I want to really push myself and I really want to improve, I know what's my best time. And I know, okay, I just need to go, you know, 1, 3, 5 seconds, you know, faster than that. So timed activities really makes a difference, okay? And do this first thing in the morning. I know so many people say, well, I'm not a morning person. You know, my muscles are not woke. My body is aching. So many reasons why not. Yet it's so easier to start your day with your exercise. If you got to get up an hour earlier, right, to warm your muscles up for 30 minutes before you do a 30-minute exercise, make that happen, right? But the idea, guys, is the reason why you want to start in the morning is because throughout the day you're just being pulled. You're being pulled. You're being pushed. Brain power, energy. Certain foods you eat may be crappy. So when you get to the end of your day, you will out. So if you do decide to do a workout or do some type of exercising, it's not going to be as beneficial. You're not going to feel as good. So the idea is to set the ride, you know, before your day actually get going. All right. So that wraps up day 3. All right. We're right at 30 minutes, so we good on time. All right. So like I say to guys, if you guys are enjoying these segments, man, be sure to you know, let me know in the comments below. All right. As well, you can catch these episodes on YouTube. And tomorrow, guys, we'll be back with day 4, and we're going to go over the other 5 habits. All right. So other than that, peeps, I'm out of here, man. Like I said, there's a link in the description if you guys want to connect with me. If you're over on Facebook, there's a link in the comments to connect with me. Instagram, you can connect with me by clicking the link in the bio and hitting the free 15-minute discovery call with Jay Cobb. All right. So I'm out of here, peeps. It's your boy Jay Cobb. Be humble, be consistent, be you.